any other parts of finance you would speak on as well? Like that's important that you discovered, being a corporate, of course, that could transition over to even smaller business owners that you would say?
I think when I was in corporate, right, you have a team. So
Yeah.
I literally have a whole staff of people whose job it is to deal with the finance, right? And even in my personal life, I have Matt and this person and that person to deal with that for me. And so I think my mentality, because it was not necessarily like my strength, was always to outsource. I feel like now my perspective as a small business owner is different. Like I recognize how, even more so, how important it is for me to understand what's happening in my business, what's coming in, what's coming out, and what those margins are, so I can be a better decision maker. Like I feel like a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we just want to outsource the stuff that we don't like or that we don't know how to do, and it's like this is an area where I really have to grow as a business owner and level up. And it's easy to like focus on growing and developing in the areas that I want to pay attention to. Like I have a block of time on my calendar every month for financial reconciliation, and I'm embarrassed to say the last couple months I've been doing something else. With that time. What I don't like it, but it's like, this is an area where I have to grow and be more disciplined in order to be effective as a business owner. So I guess I'm saying like recognize that like don't just get in the habit of like I'm gonna just hire somebody to deal with it, because like I think you can get into trouble as a business owner, like approaching finance in that way.
Gotcha. Well, let's go there, Jax, in terms of you transitioning out of corporate America to becoming a business owner. What led you to doing that? Yeah. Because you was a corporate for 20 years. So what led you to doing that?
No, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I think the simplest answer for it is like I had accomplished the things that I had set out to do corporately. And I was ready to turn the page. I didn't want the second half of my career to look like just a continuation of what I had been doing in the first half. And like we were talking about earlier, like when I think about how I got there, it was literally just something I stumbled upon, right? I went to college to be a music producer and to get an A&R and all of this stuff, and I got an internship, and it introduced me to this, and it was good. I chose a great company. They let me do a lot of things. They moved me all these places. Like I, worked with people all around the world, and it was great. And one of the things that I hope to normalize in my journey is like, we don't have to end things just because it's bad. You can just end something because it's done. And there's something else to pursue and do. And so that's just kind of how I was feeling, like this call to adventure, this call to do something else and to have impact in a different way. And I just decided to stop being afraid and just open that door and see what was there.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So starting your business, let's talk a little bit more about your business. I know you're working with business leaders in regards to helping them with retention strategies and things around performance and culture. Let's dive a little bit more deep into the specifics.
Yeah, so my new venture is Creatrix Consulting, and Creatrix is a people performance firm. And so, as you said, we specialize in retention strategy, consulting specifically. And all that really means is we help companies with their people problems.
Gotcha.
People problems that cost them performance.
Yeah.
And if it's costing you performance, it's costing you money, right? And so those problems tend to fall into a few different areas: attrition, retention, engagement, productivity. We can even go more top of the funnel when you think about employee journey, and talk about talent attraction, just bringing the right talent or the talent that you want, the capabilities that you need into your organization. So I consult with companies on people problems.
What are some of the problems you see with the companies when they have the attrition problems? Turnover and stuff like that, and they're having retention problems. What would you say is like the problems you typically see, why they're having those problems, I should say?
So a big part of the service offering and what I do, almost every engagement will start with some level of retention intelligence work. And so the answer to that question is it just depends. It's usually not the same thing for every organization. It's usually not one thing within an organization. So, for example, if we are talking about a company that's maybe having an issue with talent retention, I'll probably start with some employee journey mapping work to really understand the experience of the employee base and what it looks like to be a part of this organization, and mapping out moments of truth, and identifying root causes that we can then build strategies around. And if the company wants to take those insights and leverage them and implement those strategies, I can help with the implementation and execution as well. Another example might be if you are hiring talent and you're refilling the same role, every year because you're churning talent,
right?
There might be an attraction problem, right? And so then maybe auditing the candidate journey, auditing talent profiles and job descriptions, and there's something broken here, right? That is leading to you bringing and onboarding people and them not staying. And so I'm very much so of the belief we got to start with understanding and insights and root cause, kind of, being a market researcher very early in my career, being a salesperson, what am I really dealing with? So I never approach an engagement talking about solutions first. It's always going to start with some level of intelligence to make recommendations.
Gotcha. Hello, this is G Bass, Rise of the 1%, Rise Media. We on this Saturday evening about to get ready to knock out some podcast episodes with some individuals here in the city of Atlanta making some big moves. You can see here, look, this is how it goes down. Here when our guests come and sit down with myself, G Bass, other Rise of 1% of Rise Media, to have that conversation, to share the story, share the journey, share what you got going on. So listen, everybody got a story, everybody got a journey, and then you got some things going on, then you definitely can get with us and see if it'll be a fit to be on the Rise of 1% podcast and actually have that discussion with myself. It's going to be a link to a form for you to fill out. You said www.theriseof1%.com/pod-form. Again, www.theriseof1%.com/pod-form. It's going to be in this video. You can fill that out, and we can see if it'll be a fit for you to come on and have that conversation with myself. If you don't fill out the form, then obviously it's not for you, and that's fine. We're looking for those that's serious. Those that's serious about rising to the top 1% are already in the 1%. That's what we're looking to sit down with myself right here. As you can see, Rise Media, Rise of the 1%. This is how we get down. And we have a great time and have a lot of fun doing it. So once again, if you're serious, make sure you fill out the form. We'll look over for them, see if it's a fit. If it's a fit, we'll reach out. If not, we won't reach out. We'll just continue to move forward. But with that said, this is G Bass. See you soon. Have a great one on purpose.